All right, draft nights.
Yes.
Where will the big three of Steph, Peeze, and Mokon go in the NBA draft? Dark Horse Eagle.
There's probably some teams that would draft this.
Needs.
Or a team, huh?
Needs.
I see myself in Utah.
Utah?
Utah.
You know they have a max alcohol percentage for beers is 3.7%.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got to fix up these headphones here, boys.
I had a friend who was a bartender in Utah.
How do you know a guy that bartends in Utah?
It's a woman. It's 2019. They
How do you
can
know a
tell-
girl
volume
that
up.
bartends in Utah?
She lives in Hawaii now.
Okay, so she bartends in Utah,
Yes,
but works
uh,
You'll meet her. You'll meet her on July 6th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's coming down.
She's one of
Come
the
on
advice
now.
workers.
Coming up. It's coming up. Coming up. That's the one. That's right.
Coming up or coming down?
She's in Hawaii, so she's coming
I'm
up.
always coming up.
That's funny.
Protection
Mama, come
needed.
up, Mo.
That's
You
funny.
need
Mama,
protection
come
all
up.
the time.
Who are we?
We are.
Calling the audible.
That's
PZ, projected to be a
peoples.
top 20 pick.
I have. I've written the first half of my Division E breakdown.
Is this the last one before the big dive into the...
The second. Well, no. I might still be writing at that time.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That week for sure not.
You're going to be
this is-
hammered by
I mean, you
next
could
week.
write that week. It's just going to be very bad. Right.
Yeah, like that's the question. Is so like I never release an article if it's going to be bad.
Well, you should. Just to
Oh.
see the reaction you get.
No, because I probably won't get any reaction because people will be like,
This guy's a moron.
either it'll be like, oh, okay, it's an article, or other people will be like, oh, whatever, the article's worse than usual, whatever. But like for me personally, I'm just not comfortable. This is my second last show before I'm off for a week.
Yes, yes.
And I'll be
next
repl-
week we'll have our
Though.
top
Actually,
50.
what happens July 4th, by the way?
Nothing.
No,
happened.
nothing happens. No show.
There's no show?
No.
You're gonna miss it.
The suits upstairs said no show.
Yeah.
Rob's father?
Yes.
Yes.
It was his idea to go to that place.
Yes. We'll have our top 50 best wedding movies next week.
All right.
Eagle, top 100 wedding movies next week.
Didn't you just say top 50?
I feel like going 100.
100's
Do
a
we
lot,
have
though.
time
We have
for
5
100?
shows.
Top 75.
What about like top 20? Doesn't that make more sense?
Top 75.
Top 75.
And then
Are there
movie-
even 75
Okay,
wedding
top
movies?
75 and movie number 76 will say was that movie better than anything that's above it.
But is there 76
So basically,
wedding
movie
movies?
number 76 is Jamal Gardner.
Yes.
Or Mike Roy.
Mike
Or
Roy.
Mike Roy.
Mike Roy. Top. What we had the top 75 porno movies.
Well, I
I
mean,
guess. But you know there's 75 porno
I still
movies.
think that was the
There's
best
75
segment we
wedding
ever
movies.
I love that you can always go to Mike Roy to inject some fun into a podcast.
Inject.
Something you can say flatly.
Yep.
No, we can't have any fun in the V podcast.
I feel like you should be getting these references, Eagle, but you're not.
I get it.
Okay.
No, you
good.
don't. Don't
'Cause
lie.
You didn't react. You just stared blankly at my face. Like I'm
his way
only
of understanding.
telling this joke for you.
I got it.
All right. Okay.
Hi, Davey.
Division E podcast. Yes. Mike Roy. If you want to watch that podcast, watch it. We had our top 75 adult ed movies.
Adult Ed.
Where the ad is.
Educational.
Ooh, wow.
All right. Let's dive into it. We are now 6 weeks through the season, and we have 4 games left for pretty much the entire Division E, and that means you cannot add a new player and have them playoff eligible. Too bad. But we are now in the thick of the race here, and we'll recap the week that was in Division E, and we'll have our live look-ins throughout the NBA draft, hoping that Stefano Berardi will be picked somewhere in the 20 range.
He's a
And-
big man. Down low, you're not getting.
Well,
Boardman gets paid. Boardman
Yeah.
gets paid.
yeah, look,
DeAndre Hunter.
DeAndre Hunter.
LA Lakers.
for now.
For now.
Before you go to Atlanta.
Before-
Atlanta's
Until
not a
what,
bad
July-
city to go
July
to.
6th?
You've been to Atlanta a few times.
I have.
So.
Atlanta's a great city to go.
I'm
And that's the only
starting my honeymoon there.
Yeah,
Well, that's a place- that's a good place to
Maybe the starting point and the end point because I think you're too hammered to go anywhere else.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when I go to Atlanta.
All right, the week that was lockdown. Yay! Big win over Fille de Roi as we win
Boy.
33.
that
wait.
game.
So the game started.
was pure scrap.
Like
pure.
Mo, I feel like you don't know. It's awesome. So Fitzroy, my team, were because of the traffic delay that they didn't read. They live in Vaudreuil, and
Shocker, because I was giving shit for your traffic updates. I said, hey, you know what? No more traffic updates.
so they were late because of the 40 and 13 thing.
Oh, yeah, shocker.
So we're only 4, so we went down 6-0, right? Then we were 5 just to be able to start the game. We're 5 just to be able to start the game. You know
Because
who the fifth player was? Andrew Dana in street clothes pulled from
Is
the
that
stands.
why Stefano brought up Andrew Dana to me this
That's
week?
exactly why I brought up Andrew Dana this
I was
week.
like, why the hell did you bring up Andrew Dana for, man? It's just a random...
No, it's not that random, Mo, if you knew the whole story, guy.
So I played the first half with 5 players, and take a look at the score. Take a look at the stats of this game. You wouldn't know it if you looked at the score and the stats of this game. Also, the first play was Mike O'Donnell, who doesn't usually snap to safety. So we were down 8-0, and then Lockdown scored on their first drive as they should against 5 players.
Oh, Pat, right. Outdueled you, man.
Outdueled.
Yeah,
He
180
did not.
yards.
He outscored. I outscored him.
Outdueled.
Well, yeah, 4 TDs. He has 4 TDs.
We had more converts.
And
They had 8 points. They were given 8 points to start the game.
well, like he outplayed you, man.
He didn't at all.
Yeah, he did. Look, hold on. If some
Eagle, is Mo's assessment fair?
Had they been 6 this game,
Would've
we
lost.
would have lost 40 to like 24.
however, you outdueled him.
No. Honestly, I will say, credit though, Gianfranco. Dude looks good. He looks as good as he was when he was
Pat
last in FPF. Sean Fontaine from Lockdown, excellent two-way player, and Steven Alberico, man, getting it done.
Well,
Dentist.
okay. So here's the thing, though, right? Lockdown with a convincing win over your team.
It wasn't at all convincing. In
Convincing.
fact, they left that game less convinced than before the game.
They would have still won. They
Well,
would've still
Eagle's
lost.
puffing out his chest today,
They
so I
wouldn't
think
have.
he's very
They
confident about
Would
that
have
victory.
lost by 1.
No, because they were
Yes.
given 8
The-
points.
No, they were given 6, and your snapper, who wasn't.
He's
your
not
snapper.
my snapper.
Doesn't
So
matter.
that
he
wouldn't
snapped.
that play never
He
happens.
has snapped for you before. He is a
No, he
snapper
hasn't,
that you've
actually.
used. Yes, he did.
He's never snapped.
I was there
no
a while back, like at least a year ago.
No,
Pretty
no,
sure. Pretty sure. Anyways, so yeah, this game was actually this is horrendous, honestly.
Okay,
Ah,
so do we put Peace's team out of the question for a playoff spot at
No.
1 of 5?
I'm
No.
gonna win 3 straight. It'll be fine.
So I've already looked at this. There's
Yes.
a lot of teams that are winless, and of those teams, likely they're going to go winless for the entire season, except 2 teams who play against each other. So one of them's going to win. At least I hope so.
They'll
So
tie.
very likely, if you look at the Feeds Raw schedule, they're going to get at least 1 win out of the next 4 games. That means they're going to be in.
If everyone shows up to the game.
So basically,
Even
you're saying with 2 wins, you're
I
making.
mean,
the playoffs.
clearly that's not actually a problem. So
if they read Mocon's weather report, they could have.
Well,
easily
no, I've been
avoided
banned doing the traffic updates because someone over here.
I was just
Didn't
saying
like the
the
fact
way
that I
you
was being
constructed it made no
anti-East
sense. Hey, these are roads that are blocked. If you're leaving from this one specific place, it's a
Well,
problem.
that's where the
No,
artery
not.
is.
No,
Of
it's
course.
not.
So I said, hey, you know what? Okay, those
Speaking
My
of
thing was,
blockage,
it affected.
Brassard was a mess. I had
Yeah.
to drive another 20 minutes south to go home.
Wait, you went south to go north?
Yeah.
You should have followed me. I went north and I got onto the highway.
Didn't work. No, didn't work that way. I was going a certain
What was
way
your
and then
traffic
I followed
report,
the
Mo?
detours.
Well,
Where was your
I
traffic
was told
report,
not to
Mo?
do a traffic report anymore, so I did not do the traffic report.
Where's traffic and weather with MK?
I do want to take a moment to shout out my teammate Nick Hajali, who has messaged me saying the stream is talking about us boys, to which I reply, yes, I know, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Big Chest. All right, Mr. Big Chest. All right, so look, breaking news: the traffic report will be back up this week.
You posted it today, dude.
I did. It's back up this week.
It's not a
officially.
pre-recorded show. It's live.
Okay, look. All right, so you got.
Already back up. Mo is all about defying the laws of this league.
I come out looking like a white knight because of PZ's.
Why's you gonna make it a racial thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
why is
you
that
know
Why
what?
can't you
white?
just be a knight, Mo?
Yeah,
a white knight.
Seriously.
No, not good.
All right, so
Inappropriate. 2019.
you got
Jesus.
exterminators.
Get woke.
Look, okay, I'll give you the exterminators win. That's 2 wins right there.
Who?
You.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate Barracudas.
I'm not
3.
convinced about exterminators, by the way.
You
They're
could beat
good.
them. Chocolate Barracudas might.
Barracudas,
actually
you
make
guys win
lose.
that. So that's
I
3
don't
wins.
see-
I think the last 2 you guys split. So 4 and 6.
I'd be happy
Well,
with
that's
that.
easily a playoff run.
Well, it's easy playoffs. And lockdown 3 and 3. Yes or no right now? Like that,
That
win.
one was huge.
That one's huge because you're right, Peace. Because it puts you guys in a prime position now to really lock your playoff. Convincing win. Convincing win. Convincing win.
Pease had
Mr.
a
Big
horrible
Chest
game.
over here, Dakla.
And if you're being honest,
Peace couldn't handle
that's
a
not a
snap for his
game you
life.
pencil necessarily as a win, right? It's like it's tight. Maybe we win, maybe we lose. Like it's 50-50.
It was one of those games, and I told you this off camera, that I didn't know if our defense was going to be good against your system specifically, and it turns out I was right.
Yeah,
but
Eagle,
we
your
just
defense
happened
is
to
not good.
survive long enough, is what it came down
Eagle,
to.
All
your
right.
defense is not good.
It's
Don't worry
not.
about it.
Threat level
We're working on
midnight
it.
It's just bad.
wins 39-20 over honor game. The third time they scored 30-plus points in a season. 2 weeks in a row they've gone 30-plus points. It looks like they're picking up the mojo. They're 6-0, and they are looking like they could be a strong threat.
This
no pun
was
intended,
tough.
to be
I
10-0.
watched this game with Steph. I want to pull my eyes out of my face from behind my face.
Why is
That's
that?
very possible.
the score looks closer than it was. Dave Daou just had trouble hitting receivers.
Yeah, he really
Meets-
did. Like he couldn't find anybody open.
No, and like I'm looking at the stat line, and like it doesn't show that. You know what I mean?
I know.
But like on key downs, he made one beautiful throw to Angelo Morelatos on a convert.
Darius Garland going to the Cavaliers. Good pick. But it's
don't
kind of
they
weird.
have don't
Colin
they have a
Sexton
guy?
and him, I don't know. It's a little bit of awkward.
Maybe
Well,
he's gonna play
Sexton can play as a
shooting.
two-guard.
There you go. Makes sense. All right, going back to your thought piece.
Yeah, like so Dave Daou made a great throw to Angelo Morelatos back in the end zone on a convert. It just man, when I've seen him play this season, he's looked in rhythm, in sync. There was one game like this where he messaged me saying, "Yo, everything went wrong." This is the first time I've actually witnessed it myself, Steph. It was tough to watch. It was tough to watch on Honor Game's behalf.
Yeah,
All right, so
it is.
what next now for Honor Game? Do they have the ability to recover from this?
Honestly, I feel like there's something within like the teams, like the team itself, not their play, but like the way that the teammates like communicate and get along with one another. There's something missing.
It's a team that was sort of so it was seventh rounders merged with Dave Daou and Devin Daou to sort of solve similar problems. Dave Daou didn't have a team. They needed a quarterback. So it's like, all right, so let's solve each other's
So
problems.
you have Morelatos, you have Babelis, you have Harred.
a lot of vowels.
A lot of
Yeah, that
vowels.
is a lot of
A lot
vowels.
of vowels.
Those three, they played together. They know what it is. They added Devin and Dave.
So you're just
And,
recapping the thing. I said.
Yes,
Alright,
just
cool.
just to,
Fair,
but
fair.
the thing is, I've seen that they would like to get the ball more. They feel like he may look to his brother more than everybody else, which
Yeah.
doesn't work. Which is always terrible to have like one receiver in mind. There's other players,
Well,
that are
so
and they're good players. They're speedy. Morelatos has some like, good hands. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
what I wrote in my article was I felt that Honor Game, everyone's role was very predictable.
Yeah.
Devin Daou was the check down, Jonathan Harris the speed guy, Angelo Morelatos the attack, intermediate red zone, and it's thin in that way. In that Dave Daou seems to have defined roles for each of his players, and if defenses are strong enough, especially a team like a Threat Level Midnight that has experienced defenders, they're gonna struggle.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're at the weighing station now with 5 teams at 3-3. So it's either they're going to move up or move down in the rankings right now. And
And
that's
which Div E playoff bracket will they end in, right? Because
Exactly.
they can fall into the E2 playoff. which
exactly
would be-
right. So now the weighing station is that are they quality enough to be in the higher end playoff bracket, or are they now looking at the lower end playoff run?
The way it's looked these last couple weeks, I'd say they're probably looking at the lower end.
But
of
there's
the-
so many teams with like 1 and 2 wins.
Yeah, I know,
0
but like
wins in Div E,
that's
you
what
know what
they'll probably be like a strong lower E team. Like they'll
I mean?
probably.
I mean, I
end
think they'd
up
be
winning.
good. I think
They
they'd
would
great.
be good in E.
Yeah.
E2 is better for them because E1, if it continues the way it's been the last couple of weeks, it's not going to.
Well, if they go E2, I think they can have a deeper run.
They could. That's what I'm trying to say. Like E1, maybe first round knockout. They'll face a tough team. E2, you'll probably be a higher seed at 3 and at 4 and 6 or whatever.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to remember this past winter season. Who was it that dropped down to the lower playoff and they ran through a train through these guys?
Oh, it was Endel's team
And I was thinking, was it against season or no?
coming back to. It was one of the seasons.
One of the
was one
seasons, right?
season,
So because they had a crappy
Yeah, they had a crappy season.
septic tank schedule
Well,
that they had. And
They had a horrendous schedule where
Yeah.
every team they played against was like the top 6 teams in the division for the first 6 weeks, basically.
Yeah.
And then the last 4 weeks, the schedule kind of even off, and they played well. So they made the playoffs and then made the lower tier.
And that could be
playoffs.
honor game for you, right? They could
Okay.
be your next.
Yeah.
comeback
I
season.
think they're actually too good for that. I think they're like a win or 2 from qualifying for E1.
All right.
For
Next
bottom
game,
of E1.
next game that we will recap is Nemesis hammering Raw Sauce 34-6. Not that
Stefano got
close.
all the rough games to watch.
Honestly, I said like their only score was a pick 6 for Rossos. Rossos
That's
has
positive.
no offense. Honestly, I don't understand why it's not working. It's just there's something about that Rossos offense. It's just like do you know what you're doing? That's what I feel when I'm watching it, and like I feel like they're okay. They show up to their games. They do what they have to do. They don't really care if they're getting wrecked every game, and so that's good. But like honestly, you gotta shape it up. Like sometimes you'd want to win. Obviously,
There's no from
Like,
what I
they-
saw.
they-
There's no offensive system. To
There
speak
isn't.
of. Like the plays are a random collection of
Yeah.
routes.
like honestly, I just feel like the quarterback goes into the huddle and he says,
Which one?
Just run. and
Get
get
open.
open. That's it.
Well, don't forget, Raw Sauce is 0-6, and guess what? They're tied with the Canes for the last playoff spot, quote unquote,
Yeah, come on, there.
in the Division E playoff ranking. So I mean, not to say they'll get in with an 0-10 record, but a win would be much needed for them to get their confidence up. Slightly.
In the red zone,
Yeah, for sure.
Miljanda ran a wheel route to snapper Thomas. I believe it's Thomas Courboin. Perfect timing, perfectly placed ball. I was very critical of Emil Janda last season. Oh, I got a question.
Yes,
Before
what
I
I
say
do.
that. I ran into Chris Olsen, plays Division C at the moment,
Yeah, Pineapple Express.
in the parking lot of Stade de Montréal.
Doesn't sounds really sketch.
No, it wasn't sexual. So the thing is,
Could have been a
like,
drug deal.
Could have been,
I mean, I'm not going to speak on that.
We don't do testing here at FBI.
Thank God.
which is fantastic news.
Otherwise, my article would be impossible.
Yeah, you'd
But
be
the
banned.
thing is, so he said that I was hard on quarterbacks on Calling the Audible. Do you find that to be the case?
No, Chris Olsen must have been high.
All right.
He might have.
Do you
I
find
feel like he'd get tired.
you
after the
guys
game.
run the room? You guys feel I'm hard on quarterback, or
No.
How
as
is
Mike
it-
Roy would say, a flat the room?
Is he just saying you or in general us at the podcast?
Me
Because
specifically.
all I say on the podcast is the quarterback
No, he
position,
said
the
me.
hardest position
he
to
said
play.
he said specifically me.
Okay, so basically it's just because he doesn't like you, Peace. That's pretty much what it is.
I mean, we get along. I apparently buy drugs from him, so
Yeah, but see-
Supposedly in the Papino parking lot.
I don't think-
allegedly.
I don't
Allegedly.
think you're hard on quarterbacks. It's just that because it is such an offensive-driven league, you know, a receiver can be great, but if you can't give him the ball, well, it's the quarterback's fault, right?
I think also because I currently play the position, I feel like it's my duty to specifically analyze. Whereas, like for example, Steph's never played quarterback. Mo completed 25% of his passes one season. It's never not going to be funny, and so I kind of feel like I have to analyze it. And so sometimes maybe it comes off as harsh or criticism. I'm gonna start paying attention to what I say. I never
will
do.
you? I don't think you will.
I probably
think,
won't.
Like
It'll-
right now, the fact that you
it'll
just
last 5
told
minutes.
yourself, the fact that you just told yourself you're going to pay attention to what you said, you're not going to pay attention to that, so you're just not.
But I was gonna say, so I've been hard on Emil Janda in the past,
yeah,
but he threw that wheel route, and it was
You gave him
perfectly
props.
designed play.
You gave him
well
props,
placed
and he
ball.
accepted it.
Honestly, and I even on the sideline, I
You
went
gave
up
him
to him
props,
and
and
said,
he
"Yo,
was,
Emil,
he was excited.
good call, good throw."
He was happy
So
that you complimented him.
with this,
Because
though,
apparently I'm really harsh on quarterbacks.
Maybe he
So-
feels the same way as Chris Olsen.
But Nemesis now, they're
Alright.
they're now at 4-2 and making a strong case, perhaps now that they could perhaps
They'll probably be in
be in the
E1.
big rodeo dance.
Well, so I thought they were going to struggle. I was like, okay, they added Jerson and Mendy Cardashon, Justin Pavillon and Mendy Cardashon.
Yeah,
But is it enough? I don't know.
really
It
good
seems to be.
defense.
It
Really
seems
good
to be.
defense. Only giving up, I think, just under 13 points a game, 14 points a game.
Well, I mean, adding athletes in Division E is always going to help your defense, right?
Oh wow, Sun's
Jared-
going off the board. Jared Culver. Many thought they'd take Kobe White.
I like Jared Culver, though.
Now the Bulls
A
are
lot
up.
of guys,
But he's a
lot of guys
Minnesota
had him as
guy.
top
He's a
five
Minnesota
pick.
guy.
Are you guys ready for my reaction to my Bulls when they pick?
Your scrap Bulls.
They're gonna botch this pick.
They're going to trade it right now, live.
They're gonna botch it right now, man. I
That's
hope they
okay.
take Kobe White, but no. Carry on though, PC.
Then what happens to Chris Dunn?
That is all. For now.
That is all.
Okay, fair enough then. Fair
So,
enough then.
Actually, when it comes to Nemesis, yeah, it came down to if Emil Janda could adjust to the quarterback position, and so far he has. So
He's
I mean,
improved.
he's
Absolutely.
improved a lot.
And this is my first chance to see this season to see him
Yeah,
in person, and I have to say
Yeah.
I was impressed.
yeah, he played a good game.
So with two teams now, 3-3 Summerbirds against the ever popular Blackouts.
So
And
when they
went
played us, they
33-13.
were incredible. I don't understand.
So Summerbirds, they told me before the game, I don't care what you guys say about me on the podcast. I
Wait,
just want
they
to win.
said you don't
They-
care
they-
what you say about me, one person.
like
They,
the
me.
team, the team.
The
I
team.
don't
So
care
the-
what you
the whole
say
team
about
came up
the
to
team.
you.
No, one guy came up to
So
me.
one guy came up
He's
representing.
like,
Who's
I don't
the guy?
care what you guys. The quarterback.
Oh, right. Like, oh yeah, because he thinks
Yeah.
Mo hates him.
He does think Mo hates him, and Mo might hate him. So he's like, I don't care what you guys think of this team. I just want the W.
Okay.
And that's what they did. This is before the game, so he called the win before the game. It was good for him.
Oh, that was the team that gave us problems with shorts, right? On
That gave you a problem with shorts.
no,
because
gave
you
you
are a
the
stickler.
referee problem. I said, listen, dude.
No, he gave you a problem because you're a stickler for the rules, guy. It's
Oh
okay.
yes, because the league rule states that you cannot have pockets in your shorts.
No, he cannot. But I don't know why you didn't know that. And then what did he say? What did he tell you? He's been having it for
5 weeks, like
5 weeks?
5 weeks.
I doubt that very much.
I
doubt
said,
that very
dude, like,
much.
listen, man. If I was you, I would have told you, but like, I don't have to tell you, man. And then you can see he was getting irritated. Like, I go, dude, like,
It's just the way you come off to people, man. Mo.
I was just calm. I go, dude, like,
There's just something
honestly.
about you, Mo. That just people just hate.
There is something about you.
I don't know what
I
it
know
is.
it is.
Like,
Maybe
I
I'm-
should ask. Maybe I'll ask Andel because Andel
Andel.
really does hate you.
Like
I know
it's,
loves me, fuck.
No,
it's
he
a
doesn't.
segment. I feel like it's a specific group of players. It's like just like 28% of players
Just
across
they-
the board.
they
It's
see
like a flat
Mo Khan-
tax. It's like Florida's flat tax. The flat tax of FPF hates you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this guy Mo Khan walks up to you and they're like, there's something about I just
Like,
hate this guy. He's
I
just
think
walking up to
overall-
me. What is his problem?
Overall, I'm more hated than Mo. But like each
The
person
popular
that
votes.
hates Mo
That's
hates
true.
Mo.
the popular vote.
But
That's
the
because you
people-
talk more than Mo.
But the people who hate Mo
On the podcast,
hate
I
him so much more, and I don't know why.
Because
know.
you talk a lot on the podcast is where they see you. They see Mo on the field where he talks too much and they hate him on the
Nice.
I
field.
didn't even talk to the guys. I said, listen, man.
Yes, you did. You went up to him. He felt intimidated. And he was
Oh,
like, well,
yes.
fuck you, Mo.
Because Scott, the referee, said, do you mind talking?
Good job. See, look at that. See, you're angry. They
I
don't.
hate this
This
thing.
is Mo.
This is what happens
Okay,
when you
Scott's
walk
the
up to
referee.
these-
Control
asked
your
me.
emotions,
Control my
Mo.
emotions.
You walk up to these guys as if you're gonna like strike them.
I
or
need
something.
to excuse me. I need to contact our head of HR.
Yes.
Stefano,
Yes.
how are you today?
I'm good. You?
No, I'm not so good. I was
You were
threatened
assaulted by Mo,
Khan,
weren't
by
you,
a colleague.
Oh,
You know what? It's like the 6th complaint I've gotten last morning.
1 second, Stefano. I have a witness. Stefano Berardi, you're
Yes,
my witness.
I am the witness.
Did you see Mo?
I saw Mo
trying to intimidate me
like
on the
take that
workplace.
bottle and almost injure your elbow.
Exactly. I need this elbow.
Like yeah, like it, well, yeah,
I don't throw
get
it, but I need it.
I mean, you need it for a personal thing?
symmetry.
I get, symmetry. Okay. That
Did you
makes
guys see how aggressively he poured that chocolate milk?
sense. Yeah,
Jesus.
like what's his deal?
Yeah.
What are you trying to
What's
drown,
wrong,
Mo?
Mo?
What are you trying to
Mo,
drown?
Mo, you know
Your
what?
sorrows?
You know what, Mo? You should call Chris Olsen. And you should get some of that weed that you assume that he sells. You should get some
Synthetic?
synthetic, maybe. I
Perhaps.
don't know. You
It
should.
is
You'll
legal
chillax.
now, right?
It
Not
is.
synthetic.
It is. It's
Oh,
synthetic.
you know, I
even
did
the
see
right
a bit of
word?
this game, though.
All
They
right.
did have Adam Rockman play for them because
They had who?
Adam
Rockman.
Rockman.
Yeah, they had Adam Rock.
Yeah, because we're missing players for his
because Jared
for his
wasn't
team.
playing for them.
Yeah, but
And Noah wasn't there either.
the one thing about and like the team that they beat, of course,
Blackouts.
was Blackouts, who
Yeah.
were a carryover from the winter season. I just thought Blackouts, they've regressed. They have not played well. This is a team that should
Well,
have been.
I
much
feel like
better.
Again,
Peeze
when they
game-
played us,
Pease put too much pressure on them by
they
saying that
were
they're
they
a
were
very good
everywhere. I was super impressed. I was
Yeah,
super
for
impressed
sure.
by them.
team. For sure, but now they feel like that's the standard they have to live up to, and then it just throws them off their game.
Just do it though.
No,
Just
you,
do it.
You got in their head, Pease. It's all your fault.
I did it
Every
on purpose.
loss that
I wanted to
Blackout
lose.
does, it's your fault.
All right, that's fair.
Well, Eckler went 17-19 though. Very
that?
impressive. Ryan Eckler,
Yeah.
185 yards.
Yeah, he was very good with
They-
the ball, you know.
They hated right next.
They hated. Well,
The much
my
hated
one.
Ryan Eckler.
Much
Bleep
hated.
him. He's no good.
See, Eagle, cut that up, please.
Eagle,
Send the soundbite to Ryan
Do that.
Eckler.
Well, look here. They got a big game coming up though. Los Siete Amigos
That's a
on
big game.
Tuesday. That's huge. That's a
came off
good
a big loss,
litmus
though.
test for them.
Honestly, Los Sete Amigo came off a big loss.
And that's the thing though.
Surprising loss.
You can have a really pissed off
Sietes Amigos,
LSA playing against this team. I think it's a really good litmus test for Summer Birds of whether or not they can hang with the big boys.
And Jean-Guy didn't even have Jonathan Chassin.
Yeah, I know.
It was Simon Provencher throwing.
But like honestly, this is where if Simon was here, he would have a field day with this game. Jean-Guy being Sete Amigo.
Oh yeah, no, like Simon. This is like his. This is his.
These are his
ultimate-
boys.
This is Larry B, his Stallion Cup, his Super Bowl, his World Series. Like,
Jean-Guy beats Les Sete Amigos.
yeah, he
I
would
will
be-
say, like for Los Sete Amigos, the fact that Etienne Brisson was so he wasn't moving the ball, but he also only threw one interception. It shows like a kind of maturity too. Like things are not going well,
No.
but like it wasn't the disaster game. He didn't throw 4 interceptions.
Well,
He
that's
didn't-
usually what he does when he's
All right,
trailing.
boys.
He usually goes for the
I'm
throw.
gonna be disconnecting now for the next 35
Because
seconds.
the pick is in for the
The pick
awful
is in.
Chicago Bull. Oh, there it is.
Can we put the volume up
Was
here,
it gonna
Eagles?
19 NBA
Oh.
draft.
Here we
go.
Hear
The
it.
Chicago Bulls select Kobe White
Yeah! All right!
of North Carolina.
The Black Mamba's coming home, baby!
It's not the same person. Man.
All right.
I'm a huge
He misspelled Kobe and he's white.
It
So
doesn't
there's
matter.
no black in there.
I mean, but
Good for him. Good
it's
for him. I like the hair. The hair is very
the
good.
hair is good.
The hair is good. It suits
Amazing
him.
pick. They finally hit one out. Boylan finally got one good.
But that's
Paxson,
okay.
the
They're
boys
gonna
did
trade.
well.
They're gonna trade him. Like in 2
Relax,
weeks.
relax. Back to your point, please. Thank you.
It's completed.
Why did
Okay.
you get super excited, bro? It's not like the
Because-
You
Bulls are
realize I'll
going
do that every
anywhere,
time. We go to the draft and be like, my thoughts included.
Completed.
man. When
Okay.
you say
carry
that it's
on.
over, it's already over.
No, but the reason why is because as a Bulls fan, I was disheartened by the fact that they should have had a top 3 pick and they dropped down to number 7. And I said, boy, they're
That's
gonna
okay. The Knicks
flub
wanted the
this.
first overall, and they end up with
No,
third.
well, like the Bulls should have had at least number 3. Anyway, I'm happy with the pick. Very happy.
It's a good pick.
Point guard, facilitator, Chris Dunn. Well done. We'll see you later.
Poor guy.
All right.
6 men.
He'll go to the
here,
Warriors and win the championship.
before we get to games of the week, guys, give me one team that needs a win badly this week that you think has to come up.
Yo,
with
Le
a big-
Fitzroy on a personal note.
Okay, mine is to your team or
Jesus
Eagles
Christ.
Who are the teams that are in question?
Any team you think that needs it could be a 6-0 team, it could be a 2-4 team.
Well, a
it could be
6-0 team is not in a desperate need for a win.
Well, maybe they are.
Well, honestly,
Why would they be in a desperate need? They're literally they're
Saint Jean,
almost.
you're very religious.
What?
That's a reason.
The fact that it's Saint Jean, people probably wouldn't even show up.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have a tough Sunday. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah. That's not gonna be good. I'm gonna be there to witness Peeze.
Both parts of it.
Both parts of Peeze.
Before and after.
Off field, on field, and then off field again. Oh man. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. The 6-0 teams will not need. They're
All right,
probably
but
they're pretty much clinched.
Any
the
team, it could be
spot
any
right
team in
now.
your mind right now that needs a win this week that really has to get this, because with 4 games left, there isn't much racetrack to recover if you are behind the 8 ball for maybe a higher end playoff spot or the lower end, the septic tank playoff division.
Here, for example, is the.
Gonna say a
thank you.
thing. I was gonna go with Believe the Hype, just because they're far too talented for their record. I don't understand. The only win they got was against Lockdown, who we
Who is a
discussed.
scrap
Their
team.
defense is struggling. They can't seem to otherwise score. They can't seem to really get it together. They do need a win. Another team is Diablos, who I expected to struggle, but then when I saw Charles Verreau throw, I was like, you know what? Maybe they won't be so bad. And then it turns out they're still struggling.
All right, Steph, quickly here. A team.
I'd say Lionheart needs a win. You know, give
yeah,
them
but
that third
that's
win.
been known though, right? I mean,
Yeah, but they're at 2.
I know.
So I mean, it's not like they're 0-6. I feel like 0-6 it's already over for them. Like pretty much.
Okay, so yes or no?
So like 2 wins, since Peace took the teams that have 1 win. I'd say at 2 wins, you know, you need 3 wins, and I feel like you'll be fine for a spot in the playoffs. So
All right.
I feel like Lionhearts needs a win.
All right, it is now time for
Games of the week. Nemesis versus Pardon My Swag.
I see part of my swag. taking this.
PMS.
Pardon my swag.
Mambo versus the Practice Squad.
I see the practice swag getting the first win this week.
Mambo.
Mambo.
So you're not going to say that your predictions are in Marc Andre's article, is that?
No, I won't. I feel like picking today, man.
Fair enough.
You can't control me.
I know, I
Green
was
means go versus replacements.
Anyone with Conrad Keeble?
Joe Dirt?
No.
Joe Dirt?
Joe Dirt.
So you don't
No.
think Dave Allen's going to lead them to victory?
No. No Conrad on the roster.
I'm gonna go with Green Means Go.
You know what? I will go with Conrad on the roster.
I
because
think Conrad pulls.
I don't like
Conrad with the
Conrad.
game-winning
Conrad.
catch.
I really don't
Conrad,
like Conrad.
yeah.
Conrad's not going to do shit in the game. But
Why
his
don't
team's
you
gonna
like Conrad? He's
Because
such a nice
he's a
guy.
weird guy. He's a weird guy. I'm still waiting for that
Really,
link.
he's weird. No one
He
in this room is
promised
weird.
me a link to Rick and Morty, and I still haven't gotten it yet.
You can just use my Amazon account.
Well, I don't have your Amazon code, and you're not going to say it on air. So
Next.
yeah. Conrad is
Mountain
weird.
Goats versus Brewers.
Brewers.
Yeah, Brewers are winning. Mountain Goats have no hope.
Brewers.
And I'll just take one more here. Since we just talked about them, Bud Knights versus Believe the Hype.
Well, Bud Knights are winning this.
Yeah.
Believe the Hype.
I saw Bud Knights this week against Clinkers. I wasn't super impressed with the offensive system. Big plays abound, but then
Yeah, but Clinkers needed that win after 3 straight losses.
Yeah.
yeah, but they just like Bud Knights were moving the ball and unable to score in red zone, and then they just couldn't sustain success. But I think they turned around this week against Believe the Hype.
The other team you talked about, Threat Level Midnight versus Diablos.
I'm going to go Diablos.
I think Joe Lemieux beats his good buddy François Martin. So give me Threat Level Midnight.
Does this have anything to do with your dislike of Francois?
Yes, yes it does.
Magic words, please.
Oh,
Wait, last
Oh,
one.
Wait.
Lionhearts versus Clinkers.
Lionhearts.
Lionhearts.
Clinkers.
They need the win, but Clinkers are going to win.
But it's
No, Clinker's going to pull a usual Marc Andre.
Marc Andre.
He'll throw like a pick 6. He's good
Marc
for
Andre's
that.
a good guy.
All right, Magic words, please.
Same way suit as LeBron James.
Well, school's out, kids. Make sure you come protected.
No idea where you're going with that. Don't you say goodnight Zion Williamson? That was supposed to happen.
Nope.
Good night,
Come
condoms.
protected.
Good night who?
Condoms.
Condoms. Oh. Yep.
I was trying to say that.
Oh, you can't set us up for that shit. At least